All right. Got another one for you guys. This was one that I've been kind of shifting around in my collection as well. But I'm trying to get all my folders. I got folders, multi tools, fixed blades, and then swords. Oh, and a few tomahawks and maybe some mini machetes. I have a lot of content. I just want to. I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm trying to juice it just right. I'm trying to. I want to get it to where I want to do quality over quantity. But even though I have quantity, I also want to do. I don't know, quantity with quality. Either way, let's talk blades, everybody. That's what we're into. So, Chinese knives. This one is a fascinating knife. I was really excited to get it. It turned out to be a heck of a lot smaller than I expected it to be. And it was very vague on descriptions on this thing. Now that I look it up, because I bought this a long time ago, now that I look it up, they added more information on it, and it was unavailable for purchase. I want to say about a year or two or so. About a year ago, maybe a couple years ago, this was unavailable for purchase, and I don't know why. Could be because that it was either popular or maybe something was up with the seller and somebody, I don't know. It was just a little bit weird how it all went down, but when I saw it, I wanted it immediately because the handle looked like it vaguely looked to me like a wrap handle just etched into the handle scales. By the way, this is the company name is Tucson. Yes, Tucson. And this knife is meant to be a folding hunting knife, is what they call it. Outdoor folding hunting knife. Not entirely sure. The description that it has here, the newer description, is Tucson Outdoor Tanto D2 Titanium Ball Bearing Fast Opening Pocket Folding Knife TS20. Like I said, and you guys know this before, I love the paragraph titles that Amazon has for these items. It's just, and that's in bold letters, so you know that's the title. Anyways, yeah, the handle scales on this are titanium. The blade steel on this is D2. It's got no thumb studs. It only has a flipper, and the flipper is nice and recessed, so it's not sticking out. It's not jetting out or poking out or anything. It's just this little square bit right here. And it's running on ceramic ball bearings, I'm pretty sure is what they said. It is pretty smooth. It is a frame lock, and it's got like this curved... It's a slight curve on a tanto tip knife. And you can see it right there. It says, trying to get it out of the glare. It says Tucson, right? And then on the back, it says D2. So is this real D2? I want to say that it is. Sometimes some Chinese companies, and that's what makes me really nervous about Chinese knives, they claim, there are some companies that are pretty shady. They claim that it is real D2 or it is real S30V, and you come to find out it's like 440 or Pakistani steel. They've had a track record of some really bad companies out there that are just milking you for the dollar and making sure that you are not getting what you're paying for. And that kind of put me off, so I'm really, really hesitant when it comes to Chinese knives and purchasing them. And rightfully so. So I try not to look into it too much. If I like the way it looks, then yeah, I'll get it. So I went ahead and bought this knife, and when it arrived, it was drenched, and I mean drenched in oil. This thing had so much oil on it, and it was wrapped in a really thin piece of plastic, and it wasn't even like and it was put in a box. In the box, you can see all the oil marks through the box. It said Tucson on there, and it was like a clamshell kind of box. You just open up, the top, and you got the little bottom. It was soaked in oil. You could smell it. You picked it up and you could smell the oil. You could feel it on there. I actually had to take a rag and kind of just wrap and kind of make sure. Because when I picked it up, it was slick. It was all over my fingers, and I was really disappointed. But I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just one of those things where it. I still like the design. I like the look of it, but it was a lot shorter than I expected it to be. They were really vague on the details, so let's go ahead and get into the measurements on this. So with a blade of 3.5 inches, overall 8 1/8 inches, with a 4 and a little bit over 4 5/8 inch handle. It's pretty decent. And why not? We'll get into that. So that is 3.4 on the blade and 11.0 on the handle. I carried this a couple times and I really liked it. I really, really did. But I had to put it away because I actually sliced my finger a few times. This thing is oddly smooth, and it's because of those ball bearings that it makes it that much smoother. So it's a great knife. It's a great knife. If you're able to get it, right now it's $45 on Amazon. When I bought this knife, I think I spent $70 for it when it first came out. Yeah, it wasn't cheap. I remember because it was kind of biting into how much I wanted to spend. But it's an overall nice knife. I didn't change the pivot on it at all. I didn't tighten it or loosen it. I didn't do anything. This is still out of the package how it feels. And it's nice. And the detent on this it's pretty good. Shake it all day and it's not going to pop open. You have to literally pop it open. That's what I'm talking about. I actually cut myself a few times. This thing drops shut. But I normally close my knives one-handed. So when I did that, it went boom right on my finger right there, and I did it real quick, and it actually sliced my thumb open one point, but this was a few years back. Can that be off-putting? It could be a deal breaker. It just depends on how you expect your knife to be. This thing was just really kind of dangerous, but it shouldn't be dangerous to the user, you know? Not bad. I really, really like that I can get to the locking mechanism pretty well. This has an over travel stop right there. Those two little screws you see, that's a little panel that goes over, so that way you cannot make this, go any further. But this is a great knife. This is a great, great knife. I just, it's kind of rare too, so I don't want to carry it and then lose it or break it or something, or, whatever. But it's actually quite great. Here's some string. I'm going to cut some string, why not? Right through. So it's pretty sharp. It's pretty sharp. Here's some paper. So yeah, this thing is pretty sharp. So, I mean, if it's any type of thing that you're interested in, go ahead and check it out. So in these trying times, be kind, be safe, carry responsibly. Slash that like button, stab that subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will see you guys in the next video.